Hey guys, Welcome Tank coming at you from Los Angeles, Chinatown with a camera that my parents just gave me when I went back on my recent trip to Louisiana. It's the Nikon S9900 point and shoot camera that came out in 2015. So I wanted to try it out and make a little video about it in case it's something that you've seen and are considering. The camera does have some unique pros and cons that I want to go over really quickly. As far as pros go, it has some premium features that even today's high-end cameras still don't have, such as GPS and a handy flip screen. As far as the zoom lens, it's a 30x zoom, which is very extensive, going from 4.5 millimeters all the way out to 135 millimeters. It's a full frame equivalent to about a 700 millimeter reach. Apertures are maximum f3.7 to f6.4 on the long end. That's paired with a 16 megapixel 1-inch sensor. ISO ranges are pretty extensive at 100 to 6400, and that takes us into some of our cons. Because the ISO range on here requires you to go into the menu as it is a point and shoot camera. Additionally, on that flip screen, it adds a little bit of bulk and makes it slightly less pocketable along with the zoom lens. So if you're considering this as something that you can keep in your pocket every day, it's just a tiny bit bigger than something like the Ricoh GR3. Also on its street capabilities, it isn't such a stealthy camera. It makes loud noises every time you turn it on, every time you focus it, and every time you fire the shutter. So just a demonstration, just in case you didn't hear that, let's go and turn it on again so you can hear. All right, focus, shutter. And just to let you see how big that zoom lens sticks out. But we're gonna walk around for a couple of hours and see what we can get as far as photos out here today, what I'm able to do with it. Alright guys, so it's been a little while and now we're back home with the camera. We took lots and lots of pictures for you to see. I'll place them on the screen as I talk perhaps, and I'll play a little slideshow after this. I don't have a GoPro or anything, so I wasn't able to vlog and record while I was shooting. So let's go ahead and talk about my experience shooting with the camera. Like all Nikon cameras, this one has a really rugged, really good build, feels heavy in the hand, very secure, but it does have some drawbacks. So when you use the camera, there's a little Wi-Fi sync button over here where my thumb tends to land. So when you pick it up sometimes and you're about to take a picture, you'll actually see this Wi-Fi sync screen rather than what you want to take a picture of. Additionally, when you are shooting, what you see on the screen isn't necessarily the picture that the camera is going to take. So sometimes you have to try 2, 3, or 4 times to get the exposure that you really wanted. And that's even more important because the camera doesn't shoot raw. So you're not going to be able to recover blown highlights or crushed shadows as easily as you would be on a more mid-range or high-end camera. Might not be possible at all. And my final note on the camera is that if you're in a really busy scene, the focusing system is not that advanced. So you might have to do something like focus and recompose. That means whatever you want to be in sharp focus, you'll have to get it in the center of the frame where the focusing is really strong, and then get it focused and then recompose to the picture that you want to take. It's not that big of a deal if you know what you're doing. People have been doing it for decades, so just keep that in mind. Overall, what I think I've learned from this experience shooting with this camera is that if you know what kind of picture you want to take, you'll be able to take it. And the camera itself and its features really don't matter that much. The cameras matter in so much as the experience of shooting with them and whether you enjoy it, along with how fast or easy it makes that process. One final question to answer for you guys, and that is this camera worth the price if you see it on the market, which is going for about $300 for a black version and $400 for a silver version as far as I can tell. And I would say most cameras are going for about that much right now because of the rise in popularity with point and shoots. So it kind of depends on what you want from that camera specifically. If you're wanting more of an everyday camera that has more of that 24 to 70 millimeter equivalent field of view along with a wider aperture and some more video capabilities, you might be happier going up to something like a used Sony ZV-1 for about $500 to $600, or maybe a used RX 100 Mark IV or 5. That might be a little more affordable for you. But if you're wanting to stick to that $300 range, I don't think you can really go wrong with this camera, or perhaps even any other camera that you see. It's really just about if you like the weight, if you like the flip screen, maybe you're in a family and you want to take some selfies using a real camera rather than your phone, this might be a good option for that. So those are just some of my thoughts. I'll go ahead and show some more of the pictures I was able to take with it. I tried to take a variety in all the different ways that I normally would take pictures. So that would be some reflections, some telephoto, some wide up close, some layered compositions. You'll be able to see a little bit of variety here. All right, thanks so much. Enjoy.